Trophy wives on the next Lisa.
Tonight, it's Jay Leno. He's at the NBC studios in Burbank. And he's later with Kinnear.
All righty. Thanks. Welcome down. Thank you. Oh, you're too kind. Cut it out. You don't have to clap. You're not in stage one. Like a man who bought an aquarium so he could make his own fresh sushi, this is later. Nothing will get the audience going quicker than those dead fish jokes at the top of the show, huh? Welcome down, everybody. You seem like you're in a good mood. My name's Greg Kinnear. Who's going to be watching the Miss America pageant this weekend? I went ahead and I have entered the competition, and I'll give you a little preview of my talent portion. Whoomp, there it is. Whoomp, there it is. Thank you. That's all I'm going to show for now. We got a good show for you. Here's a couple of pieces from the news you may have missed. Senator Phil Gramm doesn't think a health care plan will be passed before the session of Congress comes to an end. The Republican from Texas made these remarks in Washington. I guess this was on Tuesday. Here's Phil now.
We now are down to the last 4 weeks of Congress, and there are some who would like to dig this corpse up, put new clothes on it, put new powder on its face, and try to bring it back to life.
Well, it worked for you, Phil, so I don't know why. In addition to the new clothes and makeup, Senator Packwood also suggested getting the corpse some hot pants. So that, you know, some hot pants, some little pants. That would be, have I done my sushi joke for the evening? Kathleen Brown, California's Democratic candidate from governor, was campaigning, I guess this was in San Francisco yesterday. She's taken a harder stand on illegal immigration. Here she suggests we no longer incarcerate foreign criminals in our state's prisons. Kathleen.
It makes no sense that California taxpayers should pay the cost of incarcerating illegal felons. Do the crime, serve the time on your own country's dime.
And it rhymes, huh? This is where I draw the line on NAFTA. Mexico can take our jobs, but they're not taking our convicts, folks. That doesn't really work, does it? No, that made no sense. You shouldn't applaud that. In any case, this is very upsetting because this is another example of a politician here, Kathleen, using her campaign speech to promote her new rap album that I think we've all heard about, haven't we?
Do the crime, serve the time on your own country's dime.
There it is. There you have it. Yeah, it's Queen Kathleen.
Do the crime, serve the time on your own country's dime.
Your own dime. The Cabrillo Elementary School in San Pedro, California, has instituted a policy banning what they call gangsta fashion. 6-year-old Anthony Worthen had to apparently wear a flesh-colored Band-Aid to cover his earring. Here young Anthony comments on his new dress code violation.
What did you think when they told you that you wouldn't be able to come to school wearing that earring?
I thought it was, like, kind of stupid. They wouldn't let me wear it, and the girls let it have it.
Yeah, I know. Anthony, you can know the rules here. You kids can bring your pistols, but no accessories. We talked about that. Or, I guess, you can do what I did when I was 6 and wear Mommy's clip-on earrings. That always works. Apparently, Anthony's father was so upset about this, his mascara started running, and it was just a mess. So it was bad news. Finally tonight, HUD Secretary Henry Cisneros is in big trouble. His former girlfriend Linda Medlar sold tapes of their intimate phone conversations to Inside Edition. Here, Linda insinuates that she has the information to get him in some very hot water. Watch this.
Medlar tells Cisneros she's the only one who's been loyal to him.
I know exactly what would do you in. I've always known that. I knew exactly who I could have called and all this other stuff. I'm not dumb.
Well, I mean, that's pretty obvious. I think if she was dumb, she would have slept with Ted Kennedy. Linda No Excuses Jeans on line 1 for you. We got a good show for you folks. Mr. Jay Leno has come down here. Oh yeah. And what is that? Is that your pager? Is that your pager, Dave? Somebody's pager? Anything going on? Oh, this is my pager. I'm sorry about that. I gotta handle something real quick here. I'm sorry.
Hey, Greg, where are you going?
To save lives.
Sorry to call you out of the show, Greg.
Don't feel sorry for me. Feel sorry for patients like these. Anyway, let's stop with the chin music. We're here to save lives.
Patient has no insurance.
This isn't about money, miss. Could you park my Porsche? What do we got?
It's a damage to the patient's articular hyperlin cartilage, connecting the fibula with the metatarsals.
Give me a medical encyclopedia stat, and I'll see an ER. Is it serious?
Could be fatal.
Could be. We can't risk. We're going to have to get to work. Hello there. Okay. All right. I see the problem. Damn it. I'm going to have to go in and get it.
You sure you can do it? We could life flight him to Mayo.
He's staying right here. I've never lost a patient. Yet. Here goes.
Steady, man. Steady.
Everybody needs some money sometime. Everybody needs some cash somehow.
When you need money fast,
hello, Dad?
Count on Western Union. We send more money to more people in more places in the U.S. and around the world than anyone else.
Something in my heart just told me sometime is now.
Western Union, the fastest way to send money worldwide.
It's a double fresh taste to you. It's a double fresh breath to you know who. Well, it freshens your mouth and it freshens your breath. Double, double, double mint gum.
Clean, fresh taste for you. Clean, fresh breath for you know who. That's the double freshness you get with Double Mint Gum.
Well, it freshens your mouth and it freshens your breath. Double, double, double mint gum.
Arm yourself with a new kind of protection. Arm & Hammer Deodorant Antiperspirant. Instead of just covering up odor, it absorbs it with Arm & Hammer Baking Soda. New from Arm & Hammer, the first and only odor-absorbing antiperspirant.
He's back. Rick Wild Thing Bond.
He matured a lot over the winter. Apparently, he's bathing now.
Charlie Sheen, Tom Berenger, Corbin Burnson. Major League 2. Look for it on video cassette.
Who offers the lowest possible insurance rates? Based on a report in the LA Times, lower than Farmers, lower than Allstate, lower than Auto Club, and in many cases even lower than State Farm or 20th Century? Auto insurance specialists. For over a quarter of a century, AIS has saved hundreds of thousands of people millions of dollars. If you're ready for the lowest possible auto insurance rates and high-quality service, call 1-800-772-4AIS.
We're back. I think I took care of the problem. My guest tonight is a legendary stand-up comic who was crowned host of The Tonight Show. In case you're wondering when you can watch it, it's on about 7 hours before this broadcast. The great thing about, of course, being on at 11:30, though, is you always get a wonderful introduction by the NBC Quartet fellas.
J-A-Y-L-E-N-O. We're so glad he's on our show. He's got all the jokes. He knows what to say. Hey, everyone, it's Jay.
Little formality we have to do here at NBC. Ladies and gentlemen, Jay Leno. Thank you. Oh, I've got some water for you. Yeah, very nice. I wish I had my own quartet that would introduce me when I came out, but no. How you doing?
Good, good. It's the all-white male show, ladies and gentlemen, apparently.
So, you know, this will be, what's about to ensue here, will probably be the longest conversation we've had in the 6 months that I've been here at NBC. You haven't had me up the house. You don't take me in any of those fancy cars. Why do you cut me out, Jay?
That's why I agreed to do this. I figured this was easier than having you over.
I suppose I deserve that. What do you do on the weekends? What happens? And I know cars is a big part of it, but what else goes on?
I'm usually working on the weekends. You know, you got a gig somewhere. You know, you got to keep in shape, work the clubs. You know, it's like a gym. I mean, I was a comic before I started doing this, and it's always good to have something to fall back on. But it's true. You know, I go out and I do a gig on the weekends, and you do an hour and a half. It just keeps your act fresh. Because when you go into the clubs, you know, when I started out and I would go to the Improv or the Comedy Store, and nobody knew who I was, you go on, you do your act, you know, and then like a famous comedian from TV would come in who hadn't worked in like 6 weeks and screw around, and you go into the audience and go, boy, that new guy was funnier than that big star guy, you know, just because the big star isn't the comedian anymore, he's a personality, he's screwing around.
Right.
And I never wanted to get in that situation where I'd go in the Improv and go, gee, that new kid is funnier than the host of the Tonight Show. So you just need to keep your chops up.
And working out. You mentioned working out. Are you actually not only working out at clubs, but physically working out? They tell me a couple hours a day.
I get here at 8 o'clock and I work out till 10 o'clock.
True?
Yeah, every day.
Did you just start this recently?
No, about 7, 8 months ago.
Anything in particular inspired this?
Yeah, I think you look in the mirror and you go, oh man. You know, that's really most of the inspiration. You see,
well, in that case, maybe the dough could come off a little bit if I did that.
You see the young punks coming up. You see the cocky new talent on the network, and you go, hey.
Yeah.
I gotta get there. I gotta keep it up.
Yeah, the hot new talent at 4:30 in the morning. You better believe it. Hey, you know, I heard you mention this morning on the Mary Lou show. I guess it was Fran Drescher was on there. And she said that you were a great kisser.
Look, I understand that. I think your choir is great, and I have nothing against your lifestyle, but it's just not something that I, you know. Again,
no. What was
Seinfeld would say, nothing. There's anything wrong with that. No, I did a movie with her actually.
Very nice, very nice. We're already going to start the one-uppance here, are we?
No, hardly.
What's she talking about?
We did a movie together, American Hot Wax, a number of years ago. As you can see by the recognition by the audience, a fine. I hate making movies. You know, people think, oh, you want to make movies. I hate it. It's just annoying. You tell a joke and 9 months later, that wasn't funny. You know, it's just, it's too slow for me. But anyway, we did a movie and we had a couple of kissing scenes, and well, that was very nice of her to say that. I don't know whether it's true or not. I don't practice in the mirror and go, and then look at
I mean to put you on the spot. I was just, she made the observation. I was just following up. Let's talk a little bit about the Leno thing that's been going on. The Letterman thing that's been going on for a couple of years now. Do you think that the competition has helped the Tonight Show? Is it?
Yeah, I think all the late night shows have helped. I mean, right now we're 20% up over where we were last year when we had no competition. Well, not this week because we had competition, but about a week ago. Yeah, I think it has. I think the more that's on, the better it is. I know that sounds, oh, you're being overly gracious, and would you like to kill everybody and win? Sure. But, you know, that probably won't happen for a while, so you just sort of sit back and you work hard. You know, when your competition is someone you admire, like Koppel, like Letterman. I mean, we got nominated for Best Show, which I think is pretty good. We didn't win, okay, but the fact that you're nominated means you're in the game. There is a sort of mentality of separating everything into 100% winner, 100% loser. I mean, at this point, we are one demographic point and one rating point away from Dave. Now, rating point is a lot of people. It's 960,000. But it's not this huge gaping chasm, you know. Right. We have an audience, Dave has an audience, and you try to, I think each guy tries to win over the other. You know? Are
you friends? Do you guys talk?
Well, you know, Dave and I were always friends in a professional sense. I mean, he lived in New York for the last 12 years. We both liked cars. When I would do the show, always very gracious to me, always very nice. Never one to say, oh, you know, that guy's, you know, he got more laughs or something, and don't put him on first. No.
When was the last time you spoke?
Last time we spoke was probably a year ago. I called him about a car, some car stuff. So I speak to the staff on the show once in a while. Plus, it's unnerving. You know, it looks as if anytime you say anything or make a call, it looks as if you have some sort of ulterior motive.
Yeah, right. And the press jumps on it, and it becomes like a big thing.
You really can't, so it's odd. You know?
I remember when I went on the Tonight Show about 6 months ago. You were kind enough to have me on. It's a memorable show, and I'm sure you'll never forget the performance. Were you nervous when you first did the Tonight Show back in '77?
Yeah, I was nervous. I was more nervous watching it later. Because you're sitting there, you know, Grandma and everybody's watching, you know, and you just... Because the first time I had been on TV, I'd really gotten screwed. I was on, it was 1974. I was in Dean Martin's Comedy World. This was where they would have Jackie Cooper. We're here at Comedy Central, and there was the screens, and they would cut away to TVs and all parts of the... Let's go to the bitter end of New York, where Jay Leno was about to perform, and just as Barbara Feldon says, please welcome Jay, suddenly, screen goes blank. President Nixon has resigned. The president has stepped down. We will take you. Making me the last guy screwed by Nixon officially while still in office. So I have a memorable... You know, so you always think that's going to happen, you know.
Right. You know, a couple weeks ago, we actually did something together because you had a guest drop out.
Yeah.
Has that happened before? And if so, what do you do at the last minute when somebody does fall out?
Well, obviously, you scramble and you try to... Well, you've had that. Have you had that happen yet?
Oh, no. We're booked months in advance.
Oh, really? Oh, you're very fortunate. Yeah.
Pretty much through 96, I believe, right now.
Yeah, well, you know, a lot of those authors, you know, they don't know. But
You're in the wrong town, my friend.
Wrong town for authors. Boy, that's correct. Yeah, I mean, Melody Griffith was supposed to be on tonight, and something happened. And
she was on. That was the reason that I was on like a week ago, was because of Melody Griffith.
That's right, but she's just not feeling well. I thought she'd feel better by this week. And she said, gee, I'm still, okay, fine, and we make some calls, and we got James Wood, so he was a good guest. So. He just scrambled all the time, that's what it is.
If you had to put it in order for you, I mean, I guess these shows are kind of broken down to, you know, you got the monologue, you got the comedy bits, and then you have the interview. Is there, what order would you rate your interest on the three of them, or is it all equal for the most part?
The monologue is sort of the signature of the Tonight Show. I think anybody that took over the Tonight Show, if you couldn't do a good monologue, no matter how good you were at the other aspects of the show, I think it would have been over by this point, because people, that's what you watch the Tonight Show for. So I would say 60–70% of my day is just always scrambling for jokes. As it is for you, looking at clips and trying to find that opening thing, don't you find? I mean, that's the thing that grabs you.
I was painfully clear moments ago.
No. I think that's a wonderful hook that you have. I mean, when you come into these kind of shows, you always need to find something different that nobody else has done before, and I think that's a great hook. I mean, the first time I saw you do that on the other show, I went, oh, why didn't I think of that? That's great.
I'll tell you what, we'll do a quick break. I want to talk to you a little bit more about the Tonight Show.
That was a compliment.
All right, right after this.
Hello. How about love life? Anything happening?
I can't believe you're asking me that.
Well, that's a rude question, isn't it? Yeah.
I mean, that's personal.
That is personal.
Why do people always want to know about my private life?
I don't know. I guess that is a little
it just makes me want to say the F word over.
Oh, no, don't do that.
We're back. I guess the big announcement, go ahead.
I was going to say, now, see, we tease back and forth, but you have to remember, I did recommend you for this job. Remember a long time ago? Remember, I put your name, I said, Kinnear is the guy.
Yeah, but you also recommended Ron Popeil. So.
Right, true, and the Cy Sperling guy. And they were not available.
I mean, let's face it, I was in, no, that's true. What do you think, by the way, the announcement, I guess, the biggest announcement in late night was a couple of weeks ago about Tom Snyder going over there to CBS. How do you think he'll fare?
I think he'll do fine. I always liked Snyder when he did the show. You know, I've read interesting things on both sides, but he's good at what he does. You know, it's like country music. If you don't like country music, you still like Willie Nelson. You probably like Garth Brooks because they're very good at what they do. And people would say, oh, I don't know if one guy talking to somebody for an hour on a serious subject. Yeah, but it's Tom Snyder, you know, and I like him. He's interesting. He's quirky. I always like doing his radio show, you know, that laugh he has. He just, yeah, there you go. I think he'll do fine.
There's a Tom Snyder.
I think he'll do fine.
I guess you mentioned we were talking about Talk Soup before the break. What do you think about the daytime shows? I've gotten the feeling that you're not crazy about the daytime talk shows before. Some of the...
It's embarrassing to me that these go to other countries. You know, I don't mind the fact that we're Americans and, well, we know those people are idiots, but, you know, I just read where I think Ricki Lake is now picked up in England. It's like a hot show. And she's very good, but these topics, you see people who are functionally illiterate on these programs. It's like People's Court. I watched People's Court one day in the afternoon, going around the down, see a kid about 18, normal-looking kid, and he couldn't even make his case. He goes, Your Honor, so like I goes to her, right? So she goes to me, then I goes, and the kid just goes, you goes, where are you going? What are you talking about? I mean, you see these morons, they can't even make, it's fascinating to me. And the people all have the same problem. The women are all, eating bonbons and wondering why Billy didn't come back, and and either that, they always have that. I know he hit me, but he loves me. Shut up. Just leave the guy, will you? Will you just shut up? And they never resolve anything. They don't. It's not like, oh, at the end, thank God. So what are you going to do, Susie? I'm going to go back with him. It's an hour out of my life. Fine.
So you like the shows? I was wrong on that suspicion, right?
Just annoying.
What else? What else can we talk about? You're going out to Las Vegas, I guess, next week?
Yeah, we're going to do a week of shows there. The Tonight Show's never been anywhere but New York or L.A., so...
Anything special planned out there?
I think it'll be really strange.
It will be bizarre.
Las Vegas is such an odd place. Yeah. Because, you check in and they say... they give you like, here's something for the kids, and here's a brothel guide for Dad. It's just an odd thing that you would get. It's a theme park for the kids, and look, hookers and a mall for Mom. I mean, there's something. You have that the idea that Dad is out at the.
And when you come back, I guess you'll have the new and improved Tonight Show set.
Well,
yes?
I hope so. I think it'll be improved for me anyway. It'll be a little more intimate. It'll be smaller. And the audience will be closer.
Not this intimate.
No,
this is about the size of your dressing room, isn't it?
No, but the audience will be on the floor right next to us, which is what I like. I like having the psycho factor seconds away. You know what I'm saying? I mean, at this point, when they go for you, they hit that barrier, and then the pages can bring them down. I mean, to me, I like that.
You want to be right, just...
Well, I like that Siegfried and Roy, the tiger is right there. Come on, that kind of thing.
We're going to do a quick break. We'll be right back after these words.
Just take those on!
Game in town.
You're the next contestant on the new Price is Right.
With more winners.
You win. It's in there.
Bigger prizes.
Let's show America what you can go home with.
A brand new host and some new surprises.
Is this a great job or what?
Don't miss the ultimate play-along, guess-along game show to come along in a long, long time. Join host Doug Davidson on the new Price is Right.
Tomorrow at 7:30, here on Channel 4.
We're back with the later letter. You might want to try this on the Tonight Show.
Really?
Yeah, sure.
Well, if it works, I will.
Then again, maybe you wouldn't want to try it. This is actually a letter from last night's guest. This is from Crystal Bernard. Do you know her? Yes. Dear Jay, you stuck your head out of your town car window on the way to the Emmys. I was in a full-stretch limo. So my question is, why were you in the less expensive car? Love, Crystal. I don't know what. Do you own your own limousine?
No.
She was probably boozing it up on the way to the Emmys.
I had a little, just a regular little car, and I saw this huge limo, but I couldn't see in the windows who it was because it was tinted. So it was Crystal. So she was one.
There you have it.
And why don't I have a bigger car? I didn't want to be pretentious on the way to the Emmys.
That's going to do it for us, folks. Jay, thanks for coming by.
Thank you, young man.
We'll see you back here Monday. Have a good weekend.
Later on Nightside, President Clinton addresses the nation on Haiti looking for public support. Will he get it? We'll have America's reaction later on NBC Nightside.